got my plaid on, I got the weekend shorts on, I'm ready to go. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to Björk with her song Undo. This is off of her album Vespertine, which was released in 2001. I chose this song specifically because I was looking for songs to do, and I heard that this one was somewhat underrated, and I love underrated songs, so this was a perfect match. And a couple of nights ago I was watching an interview from her just about her music in general, and it kind of reminded me, to come back to her and listen to more of her music at some point. I hope that you and your families are doing well. I hope that you guys are having an awesome night. And if you'd like, you can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. I hope you're having a great day. And let's do it. This is Undo by Björk.
It's not meant to be astray. It's not to be a struggle up here. Oh, it's not meant to be astray. It's not meant to be a struggle up here. Oh, you're trying too hard. Surrender. Give yourself you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. It's not meant to be astray. It's not meant to be a struggle up here. It's not meant to be to enjoy. It's not meant to be a struggle up here. Oh, it's warmer now. Lean into it. On fun, a generous way. Surrender. To be astray. It's not meant to be a struggle up here. It's not meant to be astray. It's not meant to be a struggle up here. I'm praying to be in a generous mode. The kindness kind. To share. To share. Meant to be astray. It's not meant to be a struggle up here. To be astray.
Let me describe it like this. Let me paint a picture for you, if I can, for just a moment, okay? You are lost at night, walking through the icy tundra as a blizzard, a storm rages on. You're cold, you're freezing, it's dark, you don't know where you're going. But in the distance, you begin to see a little bit of light, and naturally you walk towards it. As you walk closer to it, you realize that it's a campfire. And by this campfire is just this lonely woman. And she sits there. You sit down next to her, and she begins to tell you this story. But you don't understand her language. But it's not about the language, it's about the feeling. The warmth of the fire, the storm raging around you, even though you find comfort and peace and solace in that fire. And then you look above you, and the northern lights are just dancing in the sky. Can I tell you, that picture, that little story that I just set out for you, that is exactly what I felt listening to this song. The cold electronics, the warmth, strangeness of her voice and singing. But yet there's a comfort in there. And that is one thing I love about Björk. I haven't listened to a lot of her albums. I've only really listened to Volta and a few other songs off of other albums here and there. But one thing that I've always enjoyed about her is that she knows how to bring so many elements together from production and electronic into actual instruments and pianos and choirs and the big strings. And there's a beautiful balance and harmony between all these things. And her voice brings it all together. And it's funny because I think to a lot of people, and yes, her singing and her style of singing is strange. And that is not a negative at all. I think that's what people need to understand. It's not a negative because it's through her unique delivery. It's through her strange, almost alien tones that it actually comes across more human than a lot of other artists and bands. Because where a lot of other artists will use the electronics to kind of be like on a surface level, like the electronics are all that it is, and that's what makes these artists who they are. Is not them, it's their electronic and their production and the beats, and that's who they are. Björk, her electronic side is a part of her. Her emotions from herself carry and provide the backing for the electronic and the production aspects of her music. There are a lot of artists that do this, and I'm not saying that other artists are worse than her, but I think that Björk, when it comes to that, is just on a totally different level. And one thing that I always find so interesting with her music, and something that I can always look forward to, something that will always keep me coming back, is just the amount of detail and layering in everything. But if you want to just take a simple aspect, in her vocals, she layers her vocals so meticulously, so harmoniously. There's one thing going on here, then in the back there's something else, and then it's all just pushed upwards by this beautiful background harmony, the choirs. There is so much detailing and layering with just the vocals. If you listen to the music itself, which is absolutely amazing, but the music is just kind of like a surface level. The music itself is just like a nice veneer. Whereas deep beneath that, in the depths of the song, is her voice, and which is the heart that pumps the blood into the music, providing the rhythm, providing the soul, and providing the human element, of which I think that Björk is one of the most pure in the genre. And all the spacing that's left in the music as well. For example, some of the lyrics that she says are, "You're trying too hard. Surrender. Give yourself in. You're trying too hard. You're trying too hard." Like, can you imagine that? She's just telling you, just relax. Don't think so hard about it. Chill. Like, just sit back for a second. It's okay. Yeah, it may be hard right now, but it's okay. That feeling you have, it's natural. Surrender yourself to it. And the music accompanies that sentiment like wholeheartedly. In all the space that it leaves, sometimes the beat is more upfront and lifting, while at other times it's more reserved and allowing her words to shine through. And as the music raises up a little bit with those strings coming in and her vocals also being elevated and ascended even. And at that point she's saying it's not meant to be strife. It's not meant to be a struggle uphill. I love that. I love the message of her just telling you just take a deep breath, inhale, exhale. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be okay. This part, beautiful choir, the beautiful strings. That is what I'm talking about when you're sitting at that campfire and this person is talking to you and you look up and the northern lights are just, like I said, dancing and shining in front of you. The stars are bright. The storm seems to have disappeared. You're just in this spiritual solidarity with this stranger. Like, do you guys get, like, I love it. I love that. And through the music, you and I are in spiritual solidarity with Björk at this moment. At her most human, at her most personal. Love it. Intimate, yet grand and majestic. I don't know. She makes me feel a lot of different feelings, and I absolutely love her. She's awesome. And I've talked about the lyrics just a little bit, but if I just talk a little bit more. For example, in verse 2, she says, "It's warmer now. Lean into it. Unfold in a generous way. Surrender." So once you surrender yourself to whatever this could be, it feels warmer. My voice just cracked. It feels warmer, and you naturally begin to lean into it. Getting into the outro, she repeatedly says, "Undo, undo. If you're bleeding, undo. If you're sweating, undo. If you're crying, darling, undo. Oh, I unravel." If there's some sort of pain, some sort of suffering, something that you feel, if you feel damaged by perhaps something in the past, undo. If you're bleeding, undo it. How do you undo it? You surrender. You make peace with that, and you do your best to move on and become better. Björk, you got it. What do you guys think of the song? Did you like it as much as I did? How did you feel? What kind of visual landscape did the song give you? I don't know. I always get swept up into stories and scenery as I listen to music. So yeah, this put me right in that spot. Of course, you guys can join me on Twitter if you'd like to. You can join me in the comments down below, and I really want you to. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you again. Bye.